I pressed the record button. you are
Okay.
you're being recorded. There's gonna be
Oh
there's
Lord,
gonna
I'm
be
scared.
there's gonna be fan feedback in the background now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question
Oh, I
is
thought there was ever. Okay.
the first question is how is your home life?
Next question.
You can't skip the
Oh
question. Do you want me to film you?
no.
Oh my god.
No, I'm sorry. Um,
You can be like vague, but like
like
not too.
currently or throughout my life.
Um. Um.
I don't know.
I mean, it could be whichever one you're comfortable most comfortable with.
Okay. Um, it's not horrible, but
What
things
is
can be improved. It's not horrible.
what does that mean? I,
What do you think that means?
anyways, next question.
Next question.
Who are the people you live with?
Currently I live with my mom and my dad. Pets.
Swag. All right. This next question's kind of a doozy. Um, how has your family impacted your life negatively and positively?
Um, that's very much positive. I'm sorry. Um, well, how have they impacted my life a lot? Um, my family, mainly like my mom, and sometimes my dad, but mainly my mom. She gave me lots of trauma.
Cool.
Um, um, my we can go in order of my family. Start with my sister. My sister wasn't the best influence. I'm not gonna be the first to admit that, but she helped me like really realize that like I'm not cishet. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My brother, he bullied me as a child.
Oh,
Got like a fucked up
interesting.
sense of humor from him. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
You
Whoopsies.
can. I
My
don't.
bad.
I don't. I listen. She hates cussing, my teacher, but everyone in my class specifically cusses the most. So, continue.
Um, my brother, he's not a bad guy, but he was always kind of like a bit of a jerk to me. So like we don't have the best relationship, but we're getting better. Um, lived with my grandparents for a while, so my grandma impacted my life because I was like the really annoying kid, and I always come into her room and show her my Legos. She impacted my life just by like, she was almost like a therapist for a while because I didn't have therapy.
Oh, me neither, bestie. Oh my
Um,
god, twinsies.
no. My grandpa, he impacted my life. He was kind of like my siblings and like my grandparents normally took care of me when I was younger. So like my sister, she would like cook me food and stuff like that. But my grandpa would like go out and get stuff for us, like if we needed like clothes or if we needed like something to eat. Or he would make dinner for us. So he was kind of like my caretaker for a while. He would like drive me to and from school, and like all through elementary. So there's that. He's a pretty big part of my life. Um, Dad, he wasn't really like, he was around, but he wasn't around emotionally for me. So I don't really have like, I never really grew up with a father figure. But he's trying to be part of my life now, which take what I can get, but at the same time, like, too late there, buddy.
Oh my god, same with my biological dad. Oh my god, twinsies. I need to stop. Okay, anyway. Continue. I'm gonna have to cut all this out, like all the commentary.
I love it. I'm gonna have to cut out all my trauma. I try to do that every day.
Oh my god. Okay,
Um,
continue. That was like the
Mom,
negative stuff, right?
no, we're not done.
Oh, okay.
We're almost done. My mom, she wasn't always the best when I was younger. The result, I ended up becoming like really suicidal in like fourth grade. Like it started in like third grade-ish. So it was bad. but she tries. She tries. I can tell she tries, but at the same time, she doesn't always have the best methods of doing it. So, like, as a result, I have really bad trauma. But they're trying now. I have more positives in my life. I live with just my mom and my dad, as I said, and like, we're becoming a bit more of like a family instead of like people who live together.
I see. How swag of you to tell me this beautiful information. I'm not.
My trauma.
I cannot be
Hey, and I'm gonna
professional.
say the trauma dump.
That was like the basics. That was only the third
Yeah.
question, dude.
Lord.
You didn't do. Did you do the positive part yet?
Positive. Generally, well, it's different with everyone. My sister kind of like embraced me to come out of my shell, or not come out of my shell, but be more me. My brother, he helps me when I can. But I don't see him super often, so he's not a right part of my life, but he tries. He tries his best. Grandma's dead, so I don't know how much he can help me now, man. But my grandpa, he normally tries to like be a more positive male figure in my life. Dad, he tries to make me happy, which I can tell. Both my parents do. They try to make me happy, even though I'm very clinically depressed. Quirky.
Oh my god, twinsy, stop.
Stop. You need to stop, Shawty. What's the next question, Ryan?
Alright, the next question is. This is kind of like. I probably should have worded this better. It says, around what age did you realize something was wrong about yourself?
What? Do you mean like something different, or like?
I don't know. I wrote these all in 20 minutes, but I can't. Okay. I probably, like, when did you start seeing yourself, like, differently or something than you did before?
I was in, if we're talking, I assume we're talking, like, more gender and sexuality-wise. I was in, like, was it, like, third grade, maybe second, maybe third, but I want to say third. A good friend of mine, they had gotten a crush on, like, a student teacher, and the student teacher left, and so I was kind of the fallback.
Oh?
So I had a crush on the teacher, but they knew they couldn't get with her, but they needed, like, someone to cope with, I guess, so I was kind of like, we started dating as just a way for them to get their mind off them, which, not healthy, but go off, I guess. I questioned for a while, like, was I lesbian? Did I like, I knew I liked women, but I didn't know if I, like, purely liked women. I didn't know if I liked men, and was just also just liking women. So I went through a lot of periods, just denying, like, being somebody who just likes women, and, like, my gender. For a while, I just identified as a cis woman.
Imagine
like,
being
sixth grade.
cisgendered. Couldn't relate.
Couldn't relate. When I was like in sixth grade, started to explore my gender a little bit, and I started thinking I was gender fluid. So I had like different names, and I always really liked on like my more feminine days I had like my birth name and whatever, and then on more masculine days I had like it's almost like a nickname of my birth name, and then like on the more gender, because I had like a little list I made for my friends, and I found, and like I always like came up with a lot more creative names, and I always enjoyed those names more, like with the more like non-binary side of it. And so after a while I just kind of realized, I'm non-binary. And I went through phases of denying it, being like, but what if I'm not? What if I'm faking it? And that's not fun. But then I started watching streamers, and I realized, not cisgender, #quirky.
What age was that, by the way? Because you never said your age.
It was
Like, you don't have to say a specific age. You can say, like, like middle school or elementary or high school, question mark.
Want to say started questioning my sexuality in like third grade ish. Then I started questioning my gender around. Like I was questioning it kind of in fifth grade, but I hadn't really explored much until I got to like first year of middle school.
I see. Alright. Next question. The next question is, who is someone that stayed by your side through thick and thin? Like,
Huh.
you're a little bit quiet there.
You know. Next question. I legitimately don't know.
Is it me and Hardy? Woo.
It might be.
You need to give some examples,
Okay.
bestie.
My friend, I'd probably say if we're talking more real life friends, I'd say my friend Koi. We've always had we were like really close friends in elementary school, and then in middle school we let a person like tear us apart. As a result, we kind of hated each other.
Oh no.
Overall, they hated me. I didn't. Well, disliked each other, but we would still like be there for each other, you know. But we're very good friends now, and plus, at the time they were like pretty undiagnosed with a lot of stuff, which sucks. But at the same time, probably say that just because Koi and I have known each other since second grade, I think.
Alrighty.
I think, if I remember correctly.
That makes sense. Well, I'm bad at replying to stories, but anyway. Anyways, you already answered the non-binary question. Okay. This one's kind of a deep question. Are you ready?
Oh Lord.
Is there something that happened in your life that you wish you would change? Why and why not?
I would say yes. I was in sixth grade. At the time, I didn't realize it, but once I reflected on it, I had been unconsensually touched by a partner, and I didn't appreciate it. I'd also been emotionally and somewhat physically abused by that partner. I wish that I hadn't gone and been with them because I feel like I wouldn't have as many trust issues and 10 different other things if I hadn't met that person, or if I hadn't chose to be with that person. But at the same time, I do hold regret over it, but at the same time I don't, because it turned me into the person, it turned me into what I think is a better version of me. I've become, not more confident, but I've become more leery of who my friends are. I've learned how to spot a toxic relationship really quickly. So, if given the opportunity to go back and change that, I don't know if I would take it. I probably wouldn't, just because I want to be able to relate to other people and help out with people who have suffered through the same thing I have.
Man, I went through that well, not the exact same thing, but with my toxic ex, I can now point out toxic relationships. So we really are twinsies. Oh my god.
We're literally the same person, and I don't appreciate it.
Okay. There's 3 more questions. Okay, so this one's more on the fun side, cause yeah. So
I got some real quick.
When did you start realizing your creativity, and how do you plan on using that in your future?
I realized it when I was young. I was a very artistic child. I normally have little notebooks, and I'd watercolor paint them, and I'd always use up people's notebooks even though I wasn't supposed to, and I'd always beg my parents to get new notebooks for me. I developed it pretty early on. I was always an art kid. Um, I always enjoyed making stuff, and as I got older, I just found different ways of making things. Because when I started out, I just started doing art. I would just color in color pages, but now I do things like edit, somewhat voice act, do music for a bit, um, just stuff like that. And I always think it's really fun, on top of like drawing and everything. And I plan to use it in the future. I plan to become a streamer slash general content creator. I don't know if it'll be would want it to be a streamer, but I'd be okay with like generally creating content. And I would want to do it so I don't like. I would want to use my creativity as a way to be like a bit more sort of a bit more like original.
Alright. I like half was listening to that because there's some sort of construction work outside, so that distracted me, but I got the gist. Alright. I'm recording this anyway, so I don't have to remember any of this. I just have to play this on loop. Anyway. Back to... Just shut up. Okay, back to depression. What... What are 2 or more moments in your life that stuck with you, and why?
I'm legitimately thinking about this.
Alright. Take your time.
Definitely say, oh, my birds, I swear to God. Definitely say the toxic partner. 6th grade as a whole, I was going through some shit. I was not doing good. 6th grade year really stuck with me, especially considering, like, that's when I got with a ton of people. And, like, I don't know. It just made me really uncomfortable at the time. So I'd say, like, most of 6th grade kind of stuck with me. I'd probably say I was... Which was it? Like in like 4th grade, my parents like bought a lot as if when I was younger, and they tried to hide it, but like, I remember in like 4th grade, I remember hearing my sister had like ran away from home at the time. I remember I was reading a book. I remember I was reading Shiloh in like 4th grade, sitting in the computer chair just hearing this happen, and then I went back into my room, and like we had a closet in our room because me and my sister shared a room, and I remember because all her clothes were like on hangers up at the top, like mine were just in drawers, and I remember all of her clothes were like off like all of her hangers were gone and everything like that. I don't remember where the clothes were. I just remember the clothes being off there, and I remember that's something that kind of stuck with me.
Oh, sad face.
Not the emoji, please.
I don't know how to respond to things anymore because of my own trauma. Okay, next question. Next question. What? Wait, what are you... Okay. Sorry, I couldn't read my own writing.
Bro.
What are your plans for the future, and what are you going to do to get to that point?
As I said, I want to become a streamer and a content creator. What I normally tell people, or what my like dream job is to become a streamer as well as like just a general YouTuber. I want to get there just by kind of building my way up, because with streaming, you either build up an audience or you get very lucky, which is a big thing. So just generally just create content that I personally want to create. So if like fans are saying, oh, you should play this game, and I don't want to play it, then I'm not going to, because it's not content that I want to make. I want all my content to be very authentic to myself. I want it to be, even if I don't like even if I don't want to, I will want to be real with my fans while also having that barrier of like, all right, we need to understand that I'm a content creator, you're a fan, this is the relationship we have.
Damn. Love that. Oh, so that was the last question, by the way. I don't know how to end this interview. I'm gonna have to edit a lot of stuff out. But thank you for doing this with me. Oh my gosh. You're
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you for picking me out of all the people in the fucking universe.
Nah, because I did Hardy last year, and the year before that I did someone else. So it's your turn.
If I hadn't become your friend, you would have been fucked. Is that what you're hearing right now?
If you hadn't became my friend, I'd have to do, like, my parents or something.
The parents. The parent interview.
Alright, I'm ending this. And that only took us 20 minutes. What the f-
Man.
Okay, I'm ending this.